What's up everyone, and welcome to our channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about our reading plans and goals for 2022. We asked you all what specific questions you wanted to hear from us. We wrote them down and would need their own separate videos for, so we decided we'd have to take out a few of them. We have a general list of questions here where we're going to talk about some of our goals for 2021 as far as reading goes, for our channel and for our Patreon, some of the things that we would like to see happen in the coming year. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video. And of course, a like on the video is always really helpful to us. Lately, I've been forgetting to ask you all questions, and then I go to upload it and I'm like, wait, I would like to know what they think too. And then it's too late at that point. So now I would like to know, I'm going to do it now before I forget, what are your 2022 reading goals? Like, what are some of the things that you want to achieve in 2022, or do differently, or do the same that worked? Just let us know. Like, what are some of your goals for 2022? Alright, and the last update for you all is if you want to join our Readathon for next year, starting in January, it's for the full month of January. You still have time to do that. The information's in the description box below with a ton of everything. Or a ton of other stuff too. Yeah.
Ton of everything.
Yeah, there's all everything in the description, so.
All knowledge.
Alright, so let's get into some of the reading plans and goals for 2022. Alright, so the first question that you all wanted to know is how many books do we want to read in 2022? So, like, basically, what is our Goodreads challenge going to be for 2022?
I'm setting mine for 75 because I will be taking a master's class and finishing my bachelor's this semester, and the next semester I'll be entering master's program with perhaps entering a teaching fellowship alongside. Well, I'll be teaching like comp courses for entry-level students. Though I don't know, I mean, I have to get accepted for that. So I'm going to set my reading goal to 75 because it's going to be a very hectic semester. And I do include my school books, which will be a lot, particularly at least in this next semester, I know. It'll be a lot in my master's too, because I'm going to be doing it for literature, so I'll be reading as well. So I'm setting it for 75. I expect to probably hit around there, maybe a little bit more. If I don't, that's okay too.
Yeah, so this is wild, but this year's goal, if you account for the few months that I missed before I started doing, like, Bookstagram and BookTube.
Wait, were we talking about this year?
I'm getting to a point.
Oh.
Would have been 100 books. So, but for this coming year, I'm out of grad school. I'm just working now. Although I'm looking at maybe picking up something else, but we'll see. So my goal, and someone else in the community brought this up with me, and they're going to do the same thing, is 122 books. I don't know if that's going to be possible. It averages out to like 3 books a week some weeks and 2 books another week. So we'll see. I think I'm going to set mine for 122, and if I don't get there, I don't get there, and that's okay. That's fine. I'll just change it at the last minute so I still achieve my goal.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question was our most anticipated releases, and I just want to say we are going to get to that, but that's going to have to be a separate video because I have so many that I'm anticipating, and she doesn't even look ahead.
I don't know what's even... Well, there's one book I'm excited for, and it's the 3rd book in the Bone Shard series. Whatever it's called. I'm not sure what the series is called.
So I will make a separate video myself of all my anticipated releases because I do stay up to date on that stuff. So you can look forward to that in a separate video.
There you go.
The next question was any series that we want to finish.
Oh, I have a lot.
Go ahead.
I want to finish the Dune series, which I will be reading 1 book this month, but then I at least want to read 6 of them. The one that Frank Herbert, I believe is his name. All the ones that he wrote prior to his death. And then I also want to read the Wheel of Time series, the Mistborn series, the Wolf Hall trilogy, blah, 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 blah. Are there any other series I'm reading right now? There's like a ton of series. Like there's the City of Brass.
Oh, you haven't started that yet.
I haven't started that yet, but
just series you want to finish.
I want to finish. Hang on. I gotta look. Oh, well, then Mistborn doesn't count either because I'll be starting that as well. I done read that one. Yeah, so I guess Dune and the Wheel of Time. And if I read that Joe Abercrombie book this month, then that series too, but I doubt I'll read it this month.
Alright. So for me, I have way too many series that I've started. I would literally have to make a separate video for
You
that.
don't read them consecutively. I don't know
No,
how
I
you do that.
can't.
I would forget.
But specifically for 2022, I would like to finish A Court of Thorns and Roses. And technically, I have started Throne of Glass. I've read the first book many years ago, and I would like to complete that series. But I think I'll probably have to do, I hate to do this to you all, but I think I'd have to do a separate video for that because I have so many that I've started. Like, I would like to finish an Ember in the Ashes series. I loved that series. Like,
yeah, it's hard to like.
I would like to finish the Red Rising series. Yeah. There's so many. But I guess top on my priority would be A Court of Thorns and Roses. What was the other one I just named?
I don't remember.
Oh, an Ember in the Ashes. I would definitely like to finish that series. And I would like to finish some more Shadowhunter books as well. So that's like my broad answer to not leave you all hanging, but I could make a whole separate video about that. So yeah. Okay, are there any books that you want to reread in 2022?
I probably maybe want to do the Nevernight series again, possibly. Probably the Lord of the Rings trilogy again for funsies. Maybe like Great Expectations. I don't know. There's so many books that I haven't read that I'd like to read. So, I don't know if I'm gonna even like. I don't know. Those are like the top, like my ideas.
For me, I definitely want to reread Stay Gold. I think that's a book I want to read every year because I loved that book. Definitely want to reread Stay Gold or listen to the audio because the audio is very good for that. I think that's the only big one that I want to reread because right now I have I didn't stop reading, but I didn't read a lot for many years, so I'm so behind.
Yeah.
And I think I just want to spend more time reading what's coming out. But I think Stay Gold will definitely be like a yearly reread for me. And then maybe some of the graphic novels like Fence that I really liked. The Love Hypothesis, probably I'll read that again.
I might read Salem's Lot again when Halloween comes around.
Yeah, so some of those.
Yeah.
So are there any challenge books, anything you've been putting off, or anything that's out of your comfort zone that you'd like to read more of?
The only thing that there's not really like a set of reading that's like outside my comfort zone. Like there are things I like, there's things I don't like. I don't know if there's anything I've been avoiding reading. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
All right, so for me, because I'm out of school, I've just graduated. Actually, my transcript should be done tomorrow with my master's. I won't be in school anymore, and so I think to stimulate my brain in an educational way, I would like to read a lot more nonfiction. And I was telling her the other day, I'm not reading any. I went to school for counseling. I'm not reading any self-help books. I'm not reading any psychology books. I'm not reading anything that has to do with counseling. I want to do something else because I've spent so much time in school. I mean, a total of 7 years of school, because our counseling program requires more credits than the average master's program. I don't want to do that. I want to focus on other nonfiction. Like I have some that are off the top of my head is like Bad Blood, that book about the wilderness that I showed you yesterday, a book called Mother Trucker. It's about a woman who is the only ice road trucker in Alaska. I want to read that. Empire of Pain. So I think I just want to focus more on nonfiction, not as a whole, but I would like to read probably at least one a month.
Yeah, I really don't know how to answer that question because like I don't really feel like whatever I want to read is what I'll read. I know it's hard. Sometimes we limit ourselves by things that we are afraid of trying, but I'd say read whatever your heart desires. Don't be afraid. A challenge is just, something to conquer.
Yeah. So they want to know about any planned buddy reads that we have.
Like with people in the community or
just in
like
general.
I think Mistborn is one.
I'm on that one too. That's one we're doing together.
Yeah. I think the Night Circus has been I think
solidified.
Also another creator called Mr. Francie. Was it Mr. Francie Reads? What's his?
Mr.
Francie Reads.
Yep.
Should check
out
him
his
out.
channel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he and I will be reading The Night Circus together, which will be interesting as he DNF'd one of the author's other book.
Yeah.
That's really popular. Wolf Hall, I think, is a planned buddy read. Beyond like our Patreon picks, which
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of our next. That's
Confessions.
Confessions, which is a Patreon pick.
Yep.
If y'all are interested,
Yep.
you can join us with that. If I'm missing any, I'm very sorry. For at least that I'm involved in, you can let me know.
Yeah, there's so many. So like, yeah, if we missed some, apologize. I'm joining the Mistborn one. I don't know how long I'll stay around for that, but I'm gonna give it a try. And then I'm gonna try to do an Outlander one. There's a group of us who wanted to buddy read Outlander. I don't know if I'll make it through that one either. Listen, I have no shame in DNFing or leaving buddy reads because I'm not gonna force myself to read something if I can't make it through it. But Outlander and Mistborn are definitely on there. And then I promised another one of our community members that I would read A Court of Thorns and Roses with her because it's her first time. So that'll be a partial reread for me and a new read. So yeah, definitely those. But I mean, buddy reads come and go all the time. You know, people can't always make it or can't get the book or don't want to read it at that time because they're mood readers and, you know, they just come and go all the time. So those are some of the ones that are on our radar at least.
Yep.
The next question is, are you focused on anything in particular next year? And I can go first. Like I said about getting out of my comfort zone, one thing I do want to focus on is reading more nonfiction. And like not dry, boring nonfiction. I mean like nonfiction that truly interests me, that I want to learn from being out of school. So I definitely want to do better about that. And this year in 2021, I've broadened my reading a lot. So I don't feel like I have to focus on that as much, so I've already started doing that. So definitely just reading more nonfiction for me.
I think for me is the fact that I'm currently working on a few pieces in my studies that I'll be presenting. One of which I'll be presenting at the end of March. And I've had an offer to perhaps work on another piece to present. And I think for me, my challenge to myself is to incorporate the contemporary reads that I'm having into these kind of different works that I'm doing these scholarly works I'm doing, because I think it's really important that we bring contemporary fiction into the world of scholarship, because a lot of times it gets kind of trash talked in educational spaces, even though that, you know, a lot of people think that you need to read classics and that's intellectual or whatever, and my goal is to work some of this stuff into scholarship, and I have a few opportunities and I'm able to do that. It's just whether I choose to take them or not. So I would like to take the works that I'm reading, particularly that are really more postmodern, to kind of incorporate them in these other pieces I'm doing.
That sounds like a good challenge.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It sounds lofty, so it might not happen at all, but I've gotten to include some of the stuff that I enjoy reading already.
Yeah, that's really good. So is there anything else you want to say about that?
No.
Our next one was addressing like channel goals. I definitely think one thing that we want to do more on the channel is we're having our first ever readathon in January, and so far the readathon hasn't even started, and it's been a ton of fun.
Yeah, I thought 10 people were gonna sign up for it. Y'all, there's like
43.
Yeah, 43 people. Well, I don't know what y'all are doing out there, but we appreciate it. We appreciate the support.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're doing a team-based thing, so there's like a competition aspect, and one of the things we wanted to do in the readathon is to make your reading count for something. So like your reading, you get points, and those points go for your team. So like your reading involves you more in the community and goes further. And so I think it's just been a lot of fun. There's no way, I mean, this has taken a ton of work to schedule one of them, so there's no way we could do them every month. But we were thinking about maybe doing them every other month or every third month. So yeah, that's definitely one of our goals. And I think our other like channel goal is just to keep expanding and finding people and building our community. Our Discord community is at like 55 people, if not more, 56 people.
Y'all are crazy. I never. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you go ahead.
No, I just really appreciate the support. You know, I'm severely introverted. I'm someone who spends a lot of time with themselves. Intentionally, it's not a fear of people, though I do have social anxiety, but that's a separate issue. And I've enjoyed being a part of a community that is interested in similar things that I'm interested in, and interested in having discussions about things that I'm interested in, which is helped me personally be social, and I really appreciate that. And I think for me, a goal wise for our channel is to, you know, incorporate myself more.
You're doing that though.
Yeah, I'm trying to incorporate myself more and not be hesitant to participate due to, you know, my social anxiety, and to you know, help Zach out some more with the channel, and just to be more proactive and active within the space, whether that is doing like reading vlogs sometimes, or like tier list videos. Like I'm gonna do one soon about the books I read for my semester. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So
I'll take a nap.
yeah, and maybe do it, and like, you know, having, you know, there's some reading sprints he does by himself because I'm doing something else, or I have other activities I'm doing, and maybe reading sprints I do myself because he does other things, or he's working and stuff like that. So yeah, you need a break. So I'm just trying to incorporate myself more, and you know, become more open in the community, because it's been a really nice social space, and I've enjoyed being able to be more active in that, as I don't really have a social life outside of school.
Y'all, I super apologize about the dogs. I know sometimes they're annoying and sometimes y'all don't even hear them, but right now it's close to their FOOD time and they are being obnoxious.
Yeah, one of them is pawing at the tripod.
Yeah,
which is why you're seeing it move.
Apologize about that. I'm trying to hold on to it as I talk. We're getting to the end. We're getting to the end of the video, though. But yeah, just to go off that, we're just really thankful for you all. And when we say like grow our channel, like, I mean, yeah, it's nice to grow your booktube, but what we really mean is like, there's nothing that feels better than when I go in the Discord.
Community.
Yeah, when I go in the Discord and there are like 60 messages that I've missed that have nothing to do with us. They're just people talking about books, about life, about where they live, about what their favorite things to do are.
With compassion, too. Yeah. Like empathy, compassion, and
yeah, just like seeing, just seeing like a safe community, and then, but to also have that common denominator of books and things that we like. I think it's just so wonderful. So continue to do that. And then one of the things, you know, that we are working hard on is Patreon. And I mean, one, there's a lot that goes into doing BookTube behind the scenes. Those of you who watch us who are also BookTubers, you know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And so we thought, you know, creating a Patreon would be not only helpful for us, but could give you all some extra content.
Hey, Dolly, stop.
Give you all some extra content, and we could do some like exclusive things and like more things that like we can pick and choose from. But one of the things that we want to do as we grow our Patreon is to do like movie nights. That's something we've talked a lot about. We've figured out the logistics, and we pretty much know how we'd have to do that legally. And we'd have to help people make sure they have access to the movie and things like that. But
like Jackbox party games.
Yeah, we want to do games. Like we really want to expand that realm and do more. But yeah, so that's definitely a goal, is to expand our Patreon. I mean, the buddy reads are already going really well and they're really fun. And the community is just great with and without Patreon. You all are wonderful.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. And then the last thing was actually a suggestion for us that we're going to incorporate. This is the first time Casey's hearing about this. We're going to incorporate into our monthly TBR games, because you guys know that's like one of our favorite things to do is our TBR games. We had a suggestion to do a jar of like the challenges that we've set for ourselves, like read more nonfiction, or do more of this, or do more of that, or focus on specific authors.
Like a jar for monthly prompts? Or...
Yeah, but you'd only pick one.
Right, because it would be themed, right? It would be themed within that?
No, we would do like the TBR game, and then you would pick one prompt separate.
Oh, so it's like another other book. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's like our jar of challenges for 2022. It's definitely something we would like to do. But I think our dogs are going to kill us if we don't stop doing this now. But as always, you can look forward to more content soon, and all the links are in the description box below, and you can always reach out to us if you need anything at all. I hope that 2022 is a great year for all of you. I know this has been a really tough and challenging year. We've met some wonderful people, but I also know there are a lot of people out there struggling. So we got to stick together, and I think 2022 is going to be a great year. We have a lot of hope. And we can do this together through books, community, and reading. So we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.